Borderlands 4 debuted on September 11th last week, obligatory disaster joke, if you will, but honestly, it's doing quite well. Specifically on Steam, you take a look over the weekend, it topped out over 300,000 concurrent players. As it sits right now, Monday evening, that's when I'm recording this video, 193,000 people. That's not bad. That is really not bad. And in fact, in comparison to a lot of AAA slop over the past couple of years, this is by far the best performer outside of, like Call of Duty and stuff like that I can remember. At least the one that has the most conversation around it. Okay? Conversation and skepticism. And well, from what I could see, I didn't really also pay attention to Steam. I think on Friday I played a game, trugged along a little bit further into Final Fantasy 15. That game is just becoming way too much of a slog, but I said I was going to beat it, and really got to force myself through it at this point in time. It's worse than I remember, but yeah, when I seen the bestseller list, because I was just wondering, it's like, oh, okay, well, how's Borderlands 4 performing? It was right at the top of the list, which is wild. A $90 slop factory that everybody said, oh my god, I'm done with this series after 3, and then it just skyrockets to the top of the charts afterwards. Interesting. It's very interesting. But what is even more interesting is the conversation around Borderlands 4, because I haven't heard much about the game itself. Obviously, there are people that are enjoying it, mostly because of that gameplay loop. Yeah, it's going to be addictive. Looter shooters became an entire genre. Borderlands was the progenitor way back in the day, and if they did it well this time around, well, fantastically. But you take a look at the reviews, specifically on Steam, and it's not doing that well. And why is it not doing that well? Because it's performance? Well, because it's an Unreal Engine 5 game, it's absolutely abysmal. That's the only thing that I've been seeing. Like, its performance is absolute dog water. Borderlands 4, dubbed as Stutterlands. Oh shit, as the negative reviews pour in on Steam. Borderlands 4 has debuted after many months of intense promotions and marketing campaigns from 2K and Gearbox, and fans everywhere are sinking their teeth into the first seamless open world game in the series. Not everyone is enjoying it though. And on Steam in particular, the negative reviews are coming in hard and fast. In the hours after Borderlands 4 release, thousands of reviews cropped up, and 41% of which are negative, which is not quite as bad as it is right now. It's leveled off a little bit, but a 36% disapproval rate is still not great. Still not great at all. Borderlands 4 has a few niggly issues that players are struggling to contend with. For console players, its element missing like a POV slider. I beg your pardon. Not having a POV slider is just unforgivable, but for PC players, it's sometimes the inability to play the game, period. The most upvoted review on Steam is a negative one, with the user writing, and none of my friends can get the game to start past main menu. Oh, it's kind of like how it was promoted on, God, what was that? Conan O'Brien's Clueless Gamer segment, where it crashed upon startup. Oof. That's when I think we all knew that this was going to be in trouble. When you quit and restart, it doesn't close the original instance and still uses full memory. Oh my god. So you have to go into your task manager and force close the game. What a fucking pile. It doesn't matter how good the game is, AAA developers deserve low reviews on their games until they learn to release working titles. Indie devs release working games, but multi-million-dollar companies can't. Pathetic. Yeah, and that has become very, very obvious in recent years. And, well, what has also become something of note once again, and especially with Borderlands coming back up, especially the video game side of things, because nobody even remembers that the movie came out last year. No, nobody remembers that at all whatsoever. Well, that's probably for the best, but hey, at least in regards to the movie, you could watch it. It would start, regrettably, and it wouldn't crash halfway through the movie, but you could say that the writing caused it to crash even before it started. But AAA releasing broken slop so they can get those early reviews, they can steal all those early dollary dues and then fix a game sometime down the line. That has become something way too common. And when you raise that criticism, there's something else that you are reminded of in regards to Borderlands, that Randy Pitchford, CEO of Gearbox, is a fucking dank. Borderlands 4 CEO. Well, it's Gearbox CEO, but yes, code your own engine and show us how it's done, please. Oh no, don't criticize my broken game because you couldn't make a better game. This line of argumentation never works. It always sucks. And yeah, this is just quintessential Randy Pitchford. As performance woes hit the game's Steam review score. Yep, color me surprised. Randy Pitchford is having a meltdown. Borderlands 4 is here and it's pretty great. That is, unless you're looking for great performance or adequate performance, really. I'm always slightly suspicious when games restrict reviews to a single platform, and it emerged a little telling when Borderlands 4 review program was only offering a PC code. The game runs decently enough on Series X, but its claustrophobic field of view and awful stutter-prone quality leave a lot to be desired, but the problems run deeper on PC. Like, how bad is the field of view on console? Are we like looking at 35, 40? Because that would be trash. Crashes and middling performance, even on a year or two old hardware, despite its cartoony appearance, yes, haven't ingratiated the game to its core audience. PC Gamer has awarded Borderlands 4 with a mixed review score as a result, but Gearbox CEO Randy Pitchford seems to think the criticisms aren't warranted. Yeah, well, it runs fine for me. And this is why, oh god, because what was it? Yeah, when the PC port of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, a game that I absolutely love, and I talk about ad nauseum whenever I have a chance, because I think it's one of the very, very, very few examples of a AAA game coming out and delivering. But even when it was reported that, yeah, there were some problems with the game, it runs on a heavily modified Unreal Engine 4. But those problems were fixed very, very quickly. And while I didn't experience it, I wouldn't discredit anybody who did. It's unforgivable, and it is something that should be ironed out before the port gets released. And yeah, Naoki Hamaguchi or any of the creatives behind the Rebirth project, like, they didn't come out and say, well, it works fine for me. I don't know what your problem is. No, they got to work, they listened to the community, and they fixed that shit. They did that with the console port at the beginning of 2024 as well. Ooh, there's some, shadow issues. Yeah, we'll go ahead and get that fixed. Oh, there's a locked side quest as a consequence of that fix that we put in. That's weird, but we'll get that all, tightened up. But no, you got Randy Pitchford over here on X responding to one user saying, code your own engine and show us how it's done, please, while claiming, less than 0.01% of Borderlands users are reporting legitimate performance issues. How the fuck do you even know that? Code your own engine and show us how it's done, please, Pitchford said in response to a user criticizing the game's AI upscaling recommendation. Oh, okay. So that's also another damning indictment to the way that you created this game. We don't even need to have good art assets or anything like that. We can just, get AI to upscale it. We will be your customer when you pull it off. The people doing it now are clearly dumb. Oh, okay, cool. Calling customers dumb, paying customers dumb, and don't know what they're doing at all. And the support and recommendations in code and architecture from the world's greatest hardware companies and tech companies working with the world's greatest real-time graphics engine coders. Don't know what you seem to know / sarcasm. Holy shit. I'm not surprised, because this is, if you have any knowledge of who Randy Pitchford is, this is exactly who we're dealing with. Pitchford has become notorious for his Twitter rants over the years, exacerbating criticisms rather than quelling them. Yes, he shared a range of recommendations on the platform, asking users to lower various features. Yeah, if it doesn't work, it's not our, optimization problems, it's your shitty hardware. Lower features such as volumetric fog, in order to boost performance. Other users pointed out that some of the recommendations contradict Borderlands 4 previously shared official guidelines for performance. However, we've had some CS work prove that through setting tweaks, only being able to climb up to 120 FPS on PC in Borderlands 4 with 3 or 4 year old hardware, Pitchford said. Oh yeah, see, we've got some things that work. Your mileage may vary, but please consider using the tools available to you to tune your own balance between FPS, resolution, and graphics features. See, we got it to work. I don't know why you guys can't. But yeah, every PC gamer must accept the reality as the relationship between their hardware and what their software they are running is doing. Yeah, the different firmware, drivers, and all that stuff. Yeah, of course. When your game is getting ratioed on Steam, which has always been the most fair review aggregator, and your excuse and your response is, well, I haven't had that problem. I just hope and pray that a response like that leads to mass refunds and nobody buying your fucking game moving forward, you arrogant pile of shit. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.